What is up, fellow travelers? Here, the Old Man Gamer here, and we are back with some more low sodium game time featuring Dark Souls 3. So, we're back here in the Profane Capital. We've already done a run at Yhorm. It was, to say the least, a very terrible run. Siegvart died almost immediately. We got the sword, but we pretty much died straight off. So we're getting a lot of stuff like that, where we're normally supposed to be protected by things don't pan out. We end up taking a lot of damage before we ever get there. Everything's glitching out, like that, for example. I use more Estus getting to the damn boss than I do fighting the boss, but yeah, it's been one long set of technical hiccups after another dealing with Yhorm. I'm not sure if the issues are related to the camera or the lock-on. I think it might have a lot to do with the lock-on, because when I'm not locked on, I seem to do a lot better. It's like I only lock on to swing the Storm Ruler. But even then, Yhorm has been, to say the least, very problematic when it comes to he's been really problematic when it comes to like how he's been fighting and how it's affecting the camera. So a lot of times when I'm dealing with Yhorm, it's stuff like this where it's like, now why didn't I heal? I hit the square button, and I'm supposed to be able to heal. Okay. Okay, we were basically employing the run between Yhorm's legs. It's also nice that Yhorm's able to like strike me from a distance before I'm able to swing my sword down. Oh, come on. So the main issue I'm having is I'm trying to get around Yhorm, and the camera keeps glitching out because it switches to different direction, and I immediately start going towards Yhorm instead of away from him. And then there's issues like that where he's somehow able to hit me from a distance, even though technically speaking that machete came nowhere near me. So we're getting a little bit salty here, and I don't like that because that makes my blood pressure go up. So we're at a point where we really can't go anywhere else with this because we have to beat Yhorm to progress. And because there's nowhere else to go, it's like we can't just go after Aldrich or anywhere else. We can't just come back to Yhorm. Now, honestly, I don't understand why I keep trying to run up that thing when I'm clearly clearly going down. Now, gravity would dictate that I don't even touch that thing, but, you know. Now these guys won't follow me in here. Alright, let's try this again. Come on, run, dude. Got a giant after you, don't jog. What? Oh, that's that Superman punch again. Because literally Yhorm could hit you with that Superman punch from the other side of this battle arena. What? Yeah, this is kind of BS. But I knew this going in. This is how Yhorm is when you do it solo. So you could do it, it's just you're fighting the camera, you're fighting Yhorm. And because he's such a large boss, it's very tough to get around him. Because what happens is you get caught up on his legs. And the other issue is that he has such a large area of effect when it comes to his machete. Okay, here we go again. Okay, Yhorm, let's party.
damn it.
come on. There you go. Finally.
Unkindled one. The fire fades and awaits its one last reward.
So we're getting teleported out of here. So
Lothric is in your hands.
so technically speaking, the bonfire here would already be lit, but
Save his soul.
the thing is that Sigvard died, and we were not able to help him fulfill his promise until after he died, which is kind of lame because I always try to get him to finish the quest, even though he does die at the end. So we can go back there and we can get his armor and his weapons, but Sigvard is gone from the game. So we are here at the priestess's cathedral here.
Prince Lothric is in your hands. Please save his soul. Tell him what he must be, a law.
So she's going to give us the Basin of Vows. We're going to go put back on our main weapon here. So what we're going to do is we're going to go and head back to so we're going to head back to the bonfire and recharge our Estus. So we didn't really get a whole hell of a lot of souls off of Yhorm. But we are going to go back there and grab the stuff that we left behind. So we're just going to go back here to pick up Sigvard's armor and weapons, and then we're going to go back to Firelink. So here we are. The bonfire's lit. The stuff over there is Sigvard's stuff. I'll run over here really quick. So you have the Storm Ruler and the Piercing Shield, and we have the Katarina armor, and so basically in this area, we're going to take a quick look at what's over here. We're not going anywhere particularly because there's a bunch of gargoyle fights in these. So there's a whole mess of these guys over here. Now this is the only room that has stuff. Everything else is just kind of like there's a bunch of dudes over there staring at some. I think it's a rusted coin, but I'm not sure. There's a gargoyle up above. Let's see, some soul items. So there's another gargoyle over here. So we can pop over here and you can see him over there. See that lance up there? He's going to drop down. So we've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of these guys. There's 2 chests over there that are mimics. And there's 1 chest over there that just has embers. So we're not going to mess with that stuff because, frankly, it's not worth it. So you do a whole lot of fighting, not a lot of XPs, and you don't get a whole heck of a lot of stuff. So we can go over here and smack these guys for being so annoying. Alright. We may even have enough left here for a level. Probably not. Let's see, 56. We need 3,000 more souls to do that. But we've got some stuff to sell, so we can do it. So now that Yhorm is down, the salt levels are receding, but they'll go up again because the next boss is the Dancer of the Boreal Valley. So we're not going to hit the Dancer of the Boreal Valley in this episode, but we're going to talk about her briefly. So Dancer of the Boreal Valley is a boss that got me very salty for a long, long period of time before I figured out how to deal with the Dancer. So the Dancer is vulnerable to dark magic and to fire. So if you're a Pyromancer, you're sitting pretty. If you're not a Pyromancer, it's not so easy because the Dancer can be a tough opponent. So the Dancer has slow feet but fast hands. She's like an Outrider Knight. She kind of moves around real slow, kind of stalks you the whole time. Let's see. Let's see what we can sell here. Do we have any soul items? Yeah, we do. Let's see. There's some other stuff that we could sell too. We've got a lot of Silver Knight. Let's see. These are all
Ashen One, be sure to bring more souls.
all right.
Welcome home, Ashen One. Speak thine heart's desire. Very well. Then touch the darkness within me. Take nourishment from these sovereignless souls.
Okay, so we're gonna up our FP a little bit.
Farewell, Ashen One. May the flames guide thee.
So we're gonna be using Black Flame Orb. This is basically a small black fireball. It's dark magic, so it will work against the Dancer. So we're going to go in probably. Let's see. We're going to go swinging on her very briefly, I think. Probably not, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to just bust up my dark magic and just keep using it. So hopefully we can kill her within the strictures of our FP. But if not, we will deal with that later. So we're at 25 minutes, so we're not going to get to the Dancer this episode, as I mentioned, but we're going to get right up to the door. So these Lothric Knights are not going to be a challenge for us, because we're way OP for this area. But they're going to get in our way. So what we're going to do is we're going to just go in and smack them around, and maybe we'll get an ember or something off of them, which would be nice. Alright, buddy, shooting people is very rude. You're going to have to stop that. So because we're rocking some really high level equipment, we could basically just one-shot these guys if we get an opening. And when I say if we get an opening, that's sort of what I mean. So that was that guy. So we pretty much cleared out the riffraff here. So I'm going to bust out my Sun Princess ring and heal up. And we'll pick up right here at the next episode. So once we get in here, we will basically be placing the Basin of Vows. So once we get near that, the dancer will appear. We're just clearing some space for the next combat. Because this is junk that'll get in your way. So if you have a chance to prepare the battlefield, best to do it ahead of time. Because this is junk that will literally get in your way when you're fighting the dancer, because you have to roll through it. So the dancer will come around this area. She can go behind the pillars, so she's not restricted just to the main floor. She'll start off with one sword, but she'll break out her second one. So once she's about half health, that's when the second sword will come out. She'll do a lot of spinning moves where she'll try to hit you with both swords. So I'm going to be using pyromancies primarily, so I'll be staying out of her way. If you get up in close to her, she's a tough one to beat because she's got wide sweeping sword attacks. And let's see, what else does she do? She does move around a lot. She could jump across the field of battle. So she'll start off over at one side and she could jump across to the other. It's a very telegraphed attack. As I said, she has slow-moving feet but very fast hands. So you'll want to stay away from her hands, and if you can, get in back of her. Essentially, that's about it. Weak to fire or dark. We're hitting her with dark, so that'll be our main battle plan. So we'll be picking up with that in the next episode. So until then, safe travels to you all, and I'll catch you all next time.